All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content? Well, let's check it out.
You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I hope it's not revenge for me putting you through what could be described as torture beyond torture. Ugh. Here we are. So, what's he gonna put us through?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Oh boy.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay then.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I don't know, man. After what happened last time, I'm very hesitant.
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Busted new content. New hotness. 3 doors. Boring selection of the charts. Cool red selection of the charts. Nice. More TSP. Better TSP. Win-win. Bruh, this PowerPoint sucks. Is that Comic Sans? Fuck that, you fired. Eesh. Huh, 2 Stanleys.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Wow. Well, that's a statement. New features. Well, I feel important being on this red carpet. Well, let's take a look, narrator. What you got? Wow. Is that a bucket?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Hear your name in the game. Okay.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
I'm guessing it's text-to-speech.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Well, I shut my eyes and I imagined it. I was thinking, wow, this would be really funny for a dude actually named Jim. One of the persons that did the review, Jim Sterling, though that's not their name anymore, I imagine the developer might, well, assuming when Sterling changed her name, but I imagine the developer would have been like, this would be funny for them, but anyway.
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Okay.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Alright, let's skedaddle. Jim. Okay.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
That'd be something. Please, no screenshots. What is this, an NFT? Whole new office. Red is the new orange. The new updated ray trace more of the same, but in a good sequel way to the... What was that? Oh, I thought that was, like, in my recording. No, that's just in the game. That's weird. The new features, new content, new ideas. Alright, so we saw the jump circle already. Infinite hole. Reassurance bucket. Okay. A wealth of content to go through. Let's check out here.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Do I actually have the choice? Oh. It's weird seeing Stanley smile. Here you go.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Okay then. Free new easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. It just works. Get it here. Well, might as well. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Jesus Christ, I never thought I'd hear a voice like that say that phrase. Alright, well... So far, I keep forgetting this isn't Stanley Parable 2. It's a lot of things I've seen have not been that impressive.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Well, there's the jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well.
What?
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
What? The jumps don't reset. What even? Okay. It's like I'm in some big amusement park where nothing works. Yeesh. That map is not very helpful. Let's check out the collectibles. Collect them all. Ooh.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Wow.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh boy. I wonder if all these things are gonna look to me when I grab this thing. Well, that's that, I guess.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Eh? Well, I'm not really one for doing like 100% of a game, unless like the movement is that good that collecting the things is less about collecting and more about moving around the map then. But yeah, collectibles aren't my thing. This is nice merch, though. Alright, let's go check out, what was it, the reassurance bucket?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
You know, I really would appreciate this bucket back when you were losing your fucking mind, dude.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, then. Oh, I'm keeping the bucket. Alright.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
You know, I gotta agree with you there. Okay, so all that's left is the infinite hole. AKA your mom. Infinite hole. It won't end. Boy, oh boy. I wonder what's... Hole like infinity. Distant space-time, distant future, distant past. Okay. A lot of diagrams for a hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Would this be the only thing in this museum that's actually finished? I feel if I jump down there, I'll live to regret it. Well.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Oh, there's a button. Nice.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Gotta say, if you're able to fall forever and be completely safe...
And I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again?
Yes.
I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Alright, let's get going. I gotta say, Narrator, bit disappointed in you, buddy. You have the capabilities to do some pretty horrifying stuff, and then you disappoint. Alright, I think I've seen everything thus far. Collectibles, infinite hole, button that says gym, new decorations, the jump circle. Oh, I haven't seen what's up here. Or up there, for that matter. Okay, what's in here that is new? Epilogue. That's it?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah, all of the game's endings have been pretty horrific, except for one. Even then, that one was only... It was... I don't even know what that one was. Oh, Settings World Championship. Mostly infinite hole. Wouldn't barely finite be better? What? Hold left and right smell. Oh. Oh, that's a thing. Nice. I guess the Settings Championship ain't open around for now. Alright, let's take a look at the map. Is there anything that I missed? Jump circle, this map, free achievement, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, let's go for the exit then. I think I've seen everything that can be seen.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah. I've not been left utterly horrified, so I guess it's as good of an ending as I'm gonna get.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. it's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Sorry, but this one's even worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
All right. You know, narrator, I gotta say, this is pretty freaking good. Let's see what we can do now.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Oh, we've already
This is
seen
what
this.
employee 427...
So we can't skip by it. Where's the bucket, though? Guess I'll have to find it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, there's the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Hell yeah. What's that tape for, I wonder? Okay. I wonder where the infinite hole is.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy?
No!
It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's
How
supposed to
dare
go
it.
with the other cleaning supplies.
How dare it?
Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
Hell no.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong.
Damn
This is
right.
your bucket.
It's
This
mine.
is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. With getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it
How
has to
dare
resort
it.
to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
Yeah!
Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined.
Yeah.
And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
No!
That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Fuck you, broom closet.
Okay, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I missed him. What I was saying. Oops. Alright, let's check out the palm on this way. He actually added collectibles. I thought he was joking.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay then. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Interesting. Locked. Alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Damn right.
And now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Damn right.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Wait, where's the bucket? Oh, there it is.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
It's
These
almost
questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
it's almost as if the buckets
He
became
screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it.
the main
His
character.
own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system. Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
What?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
You must be kidding
No,
me.
no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Psst. Hey. Hey, down here. Hey. So, the video is supposed to end, but, if you don't mind, I would like to have a discussion with you all. Not exactly a discussion, it's technically one-sided, but some thoughts on my mind. Mainly about this game. So yeah, just follow me real quick, if you don't mind. Man, here we are. I gotta say, it's actually been quite a while since I've been in here. I haven't been in here since, like, October of last year, now that I think about it. Another series I made a promise on and wasn't able to fully commit to, which is a shame. I guess it's fitting that I'm back here then. Similar to what happened last October, I have to end this series early. Yes, this is the final episode of Stanley Parable on this channel. I know. There are lots of endings I have not seen yet. Things of beyond my comprehension, things that blow my mind and test what exactly this game is trying to say, pushing the barrier of a meta-narrative. That's kind of the issue. That kind of thing scares me a lot. scene with the narrator deteriorating over time is going to stick with me for a very long time. And that frightens me. Not to say that I dislike the game. It's a great game. But there are some things which are just too much for me. I apologize if you're disappointed by this. Truly, I am. But this sort of game is one that leaves me very vulnerable. And maybe I'll come back to this one day in the future, when I'm stronger and when I'm ready. But not today. Don't you worry though. There are plenty of other people, VTubers and YouTubers alike, who have been looking at this game. In fact, I can recommend you a couple here. There's Rosemi from Nijisanji, RT Game, Jacksepticeye, just to name a few. If you search on YouTube, I'm sure you'll find a lot of folks playing Stanley Parable and enjoying it to its fullest. But unfortunately, for me, this is where I end my story with the Stanley Parable. Truth be told, I came to the game expecting to have a funny chuckle at crazy British man tormenting silent video game protagonist boy. And it got a lot deeper than that. But anyway, I'll be moving on from the Parable for now. Eventually, it will become just a memory. A story that hit me to my core in a way which I did not expect. One that was so well written, with so much care put into it, such craftsmanship, that it's more than understandable why it won an award. Multiple awards, actually. But yeah, that's it for me. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you stick around to see more of what I make. Be seeing ya.